Hi, everyone. I want to welcome you to the official launch of the F.A.I.L. podcast. I'm your host, Melody, and I am so happy you are tuning in. It's a bit of a celebration over here because not only is this the launch of my podcast, but today, August the 4th, is also my 44th birthday. I am so blessed and thankful to see another year of life, and I'm both excited and a little scared jumping into the podcast world. But here I am, and here we go. Now, how did I get here? Let me start from the beginning. A few years ago, I was introduced to podcasts, and I would listen to various ones here and there. But then I came across one called Balanced Black Girl. I was an immediate fan. And side note, the creator Les Alfred just recently changed the name of the show to She's So Lucky. It's a really great podcast, and some of my favorite episodes are her solo episodes with just her talking and having genuine and intimate conversations about her life and experiences. I also really enjoy how podcasts in general allow you to connect with other people and build a community around shared interests. Then it got me thinking about creating my own podcast. So I started doing a little research and taking notes about podcast creation. I went on Amazon and looked up some equipment, and I even announced to my husband that I was going to start a podcast. Then guess what happened? Nothing. Literally, for over a year, I did absolutely nothing with the podcast idea because I quickly started having doubts and saying to myself, there is no way I could do a podcast. What would I even talk about? I'm no expert or celebrity, so who would even want to tune in to listen to me? I mean, who am I? And funny enough, you might be asking yourself right now, who is this lady? So let me tell you. Like I mentioned before, my name is Melody, but my family calls me Dee Dee. I grew up in the South, Texas to be exact, with my mom and my older brother. I'm really close with my mom too, so hi mom if you're listening. Listen, shout out to Usher because I found love in the club and met and married a really cute guy from Zimbabwe. Hi hubby. I'm a bit of a loner and really shy. And according to my husband, I can be stubborn and impatient at times, which I have to admit is true. I really love to read romance and drama books, and one of my favorite authors is the late Eric Jerome Dickey. My favorite color in one of my all-time favorite movies is the color purple. Fun fact, I like corny shark movies and zombie shows. Shout out to my Walking Dead fans. Listen, Walking Dead was my show until they killed off Glenn. Then I just couldn't watch it anymore. 3 things I hate: heights, tight spaces, and rodents. 3 things I adore: red wine, pasta, and chocolate, in that exact order. And check this out. One of my biggest fears is public speaking. Yeah, you heard right. The lady with a fear of public speaking wants to start a podcast. Another question I kept asking myself was, does the world need yet another podcast? And this lingering question I had, what if my podcast was a fail? I forgot to add, I'm a serious overthinker, so all of these thoughts and questions literally made me stop in my tracks. But then, as life goes, I've had my fair share of ups and downs. And earlier this year, I went through a very personal loss that led me to confront that fear of public speaking head on. I will share more of that story in a future episode, but for now, just know overcoming that fear in that moment really inspired me to move forward with creating this podcast. This podcast in particular about fails and the fear of failure, because I realize that is a vulnerability I have battled with my entire adult life, a battle that I am an expert on, and I know a battle that many other people fight every single day. So the questions I had surrounding starting my podcast, the F.A.I.L. podcast, answered for themselves. First question, what would I even talk about? I want to talk about life fails and how to accept, embrace, learn, and grow from them. Question 2, who would tune in or even want to listen to me? Probably anyone who has ever failed in life and has a fear of failure. Third question, does the world need another podcast? I would say in the ever-changing climate of the world, encouragement, positivity, connection, and inspiration in any form is always needed. So yes, the world needs this podcast. And question 4, what if my podcast is a fail? My answer to myself, then it's a fail and I accept it. I embrace it. I learn from it and hopefully grow because of it. But I know as I sit here today, I have to be willing to try, and ultimately, I have to be ready to fail. And you know what? I think I finally am at the good age of 44. Ladies and gentlemen, that is me, and I am so looking forward to sharing more with you all. Once again, I want to thank you and welcome you to the F.A.I.L. podcast. Before you go, please follow, like, share, and subscribe to the show. And lastly, I would love it if you would do these 3 things. Drop down in the comment section and say hello, wish me a happy birthday, and only if you're comfortable, share one of your biggest fears you have had to overcome. Thank you so much for listening, and I will catch you in the next episode.